welcome back to Home by 9. This is episode 8, and once again, my name is Emily.
And my name is Crystal.
And today we have a little special guest. His
and-
name is Pancho, but he also is known as Jimmy.
Jimmy,
Winkle Winkle
Jamalias,
Crockberry the third.
he wanted to be in here today. So if you guys hear any licking, any
Snoring,
snoring,
any
any scratching, it's him. I swear it's not my husband. He's in the back, but it's not him. um, and it's been a while that we've
Yeah.
actually, like by the time they see it, it's gonna be probably 2 weeks.
2 weeks, yeah.
Emily was sick.
I was sick for like 3 days. I had a fever and the chills, and I just felt like I was dying.
So she was sick within like when we usually record this episode, like the episodes. Not this episode, but the episodes. So that's why we didn't record one. And then, now it's
Just like everything going on. And,
yeah,
like,
there's
the
a lot of
kids
things.
going back to school, so you had to take them my own.
Yeah. So we apologize for the delay, but we're back.
But besides that, how's your week been, or your weeks?
Weeks. I've been so tired. I've been trying to get back into like the routine before Amaya went into break. Of like waking up early, doing what I have to do throughout the day. But when she was off, I just got so tired that I just I would sleep. Let's say I would go to sleep by 3, or even times like at 2 or even 4 o'clock, and then we would wake up like at 11, 12, and I got used to it. So now it's like it's hitting me like the
No.
whole her going back to school, getting up early, getting her
Try
ready.
like fixing your sleeping
Yeah,
schedule.
like the first day of when she went back to school, I dropped her off, and then I drop off our nieces to school also. So we Christian and I went to drop him off, and then we went to go get coffee, supposedly, right, to wake us up. We got home. Pancho went in his crate and he knocked out, and then him and I knocked out too, and we didn't wake up till like close to 12. Yeah. So it just threw my whole day off.
I mean, for me, when I was sick, that's all I wanted to do. I just kept falling asleep, and every time I would wake up, I would just feel so tired. Like,
Yeah.
I've just been feeling tired too. Like, I wake up and I don't want to wake up. Like, I don't want to get up out of bed.
Yeah. So I think it's just like getting back into the routine, like after the break, like the holidays and
Yeah.
stuff like that. But then it's crazy to think that it's over, like everything's over.
I know. But
And
then again, I think about it, we're already what, 2 weeks into January?
yeah.
So it's like it's crazy how fast it's already going.
I don't know about you, but for me, like I feel like the days are going a little bit slower,
You
honestly.
do?
I feel it. For some reason, like I feel like it's going by a little bit slower. Because like I'll check the time and I'm like, oh, it's barely this time? Like what? So I don't know. It might be just me. Everybody else might feel
Maybe
like it's
because you're
going
waking up late.
maybe that, like I'm waking up late, how you're
Yeah.
mentioning, or I don't know. For me it just seems like it's going by slower. But like yesterday was like the first day that I actually like the second day that Amaya has gone to school. Yeah, back from break. And yesterday was like the first day that I was able to like what is it? Wake up, do what I normally do, like um take her to school, take our nieces, and then get back to my routine. And today, the same thing today, and then but the only difference is that I wasn't able to go to the gym today as I planned because I had things that came up and I had to do.
Oh my god.
So it's like it sucks because like as an adult, you want to put everything in one day, like be
Yeah.
able to do so much, but then there's only like so much that you can possibly
All
do.
right, now that you say the gym, like obviously I know that everybody wants to start going to the gym.
Yeah.
2024 New Year's resolution. So like the gym, like since I have
Throwing
to
shade
go
at
out,
me?
no,
Like you're throwing
but
shade at me,
like
bro?
since I have to be going in like after work now and it's
Yeah.
like late, everybody and their grandma is literally there, Crystal, and it's just so annoying.
It hasn't been. We go to the same gym, but it's different city, obviously.
Yeah.
But honestly, like when I go, I've been going like around. I think it's been like 12 or so, but it
See,
hasn't been as packed.
but that's
So.
because people are usually working at that time. I have to go until
Well, yeah,
after, so like around like 6:30.
yeah.
So
But
it's
then
been
if you think
packed.
about it, like as a parent, like I'm telling you, that's the time that you want to go. You get me? Because your kids are at school. And you don't have to worry about like who's gonna take care of them and stuff like that.
I
But
don't know, but it's just been so annoying. I mean, I have been getting my workout in, but then like it just feels so crowded too, and I'm just like,
yeah.
ugh.
But you know what? You usually go at night, right?
Well,
So
cause I
usually
have to, cause that's when I get out of
yeah, so
work.
that's why. Usually at night is when, like, everybody is off
Yeah,
from work, and then
that's
that's
why
when they
everybody and their granny is there, Crystal.
yeah, yeah. Poncho is just staring. Can you see him? Yeah.
He's
So this
just
is
a
Poncho. This is my
baby.
son, my baby.
This Jimmy? But
Yeah,
other than that, like, well, Maya started school this week, right?
yeah. And then I started school
Me
too.
too. And it's
Yeah,
just been like so crazy hectic too. Like I'm gonna take 4 classes this semester, but I only have 2 that started recently.
yeah,
And then they started on the 8th. And already it's just been so much work. And I just like I felt overwhelmed at first. I mean, I only have 1 assignment left and it's not too much
yeah.
that has to be done.
I guess-
Since I've already done the other ones. I have like 7 assignments already.
Yeah,
And I already did the other one, so I only have 1 left, which I have to finish by at least tomorrow.
yeah.
Because, I starting Friday, empieza la peda. No, but
Emily,
starting Friday, we're gonna be like going out because Emily's birthday is next week.
I didn't think about it. We could have made this like a birthday episode for you. Now think about it. But like the time this is out, it's gonna be like after your birthday.
Is it?
Yeah, because like I mentioned
I
to
keep
you,
having like little fuzz or something in my
yeah,
mouth.
like I mentioned, like my husband is the one that edits the videos. So by the time he's back from work,
He's
yeah.
sleeping.
Again, if you guys hear snoring, that's not my husband, that's the dog. um, so yeah, it's gonna be a little bit after your birthday when
So we could have still done a little birthday episode.
yeah.
But other than that, even though it's not a little birthday episode, we did start decorating a little bit for Valentine's Day, if you can tell. And we got our knockoff Stanleys because we were not going to be fighting at Target for
Right?
one, stealing them. We might have punched a couple people for these,
You know
but
what they look like? I don't. I was like staring at earlier, like the plastic bags that you get sometimes for like the 99 cent store or like the white bags with the letter that says thank
oh,
you.
the thank you at the
Yeah, it
like
looks
Chinese
like
food
that.
place.
Yeah. Oh, Chinese food place.
Yeah.
Well, I've seen them at the 99 cent store
Yeah,
too.
that too.
But yeah, I was looking at it. I was like, why does it remind me of? It reminds me of something, and it reminds me of those bags. But yeah, these are not Stanleys. These
We were
are
not going
Walmart brand,
to.
and you know, I'm
But
not.
did you steal these two from somebody? Did you
No,
snatch from a granny?
mine.
No, but honestly though, like with the Stanleys, like how hectic it's been, like for those cups.
Yeah. Well, look, I collect Starbucks cups. I like the Starbucks tumblers, right? You see my
Okay,
collection.
Crystal, but like for the
But I'm not
Stanley.
gonna fight, push, and wait outside. Like it gave me what is it? What is it called?
It was giving like a Black Friday from back in the
Yes,
day.
yes. It was giving me like flashbacks to Black Friday from like back in the days. And I'm like, damn, like why couldn't we do this year for Christmas? So it could have made it feel more like Christmas. But like people were literally waiting outside in
I
lines
know
for these
from like
cups.
what, like 2 a.m.?
Yeah, no, from the day they were making line from the day prior. Like it was
Like
still open,
what
and
the
yeah,
world?
and then people were posting like videos from people like
Like
literally making line with their tents out
yes.
already, like sleeping in line and stuff like that.
And some
But
with like their kids too.
and it was cold, and then on top of that, it started raining that day too, and then
Yeah.
at night. So imagine like having your kids like, why are you gonna put them for a cup? Like, come on, like it's a cup.
I
Like
mean, I understand like there was like the whole hype because it's like Valentine's Day, but like still, like you get
yeah,
me? Like what was the whole point? Like aren't they expensive too?
I think they're like $40. You're telling me when I'm like over here buying all these
Okay,
tumblers and
Crystal,
stuff.
but you're not gonna go fight for those.
I'm not. I haven't actually gotten cups. I haven't gotten to go get cups. Like wake up early to go get them. You know, like how I
Yeah.
usually would. But again, I wouldn't push people or nothing. Like whatever was there,
I
like it
mean,
was there.
wasn't there like a Starbucks Stanley cup too? Like a
That's
pink
it.
one?
That's what it was.
No, but there's other ones. They have like a
Yeah.
shelf with like the pink and
No,
red
but that's why
ones.
people were making line for those.
No, but they were also making lines for the other ones.
Well, it's because you can find them both at Target, and then the pink ones. Or I think the pink ones were specifically Starbucks brand,
I don't know,
and they
but
were at
I don't
Starbucks.
know. I was just like, that cannot be me.
Yeah, but I'm like, I would not. I wouldn't
Like, what
again.
is it called? The other day, like, Camilo's our brother. and he saw my hydro flask because I was filling it with water. It's not even a hydro flask, but like my thermal. And I was
Yeah.
filling it with water, and he was like looking at it. He was like, "Oh, I was about to say, is that a Stanley?" I was like, "Oh hell no, I'm not gonna go fight for those."
I wonder if they're cheaper now. Are they?
What, the
The
hydro flasks?
Yeah. Think
Honestly,
about it, because it started with the Hydro Flask, right?
yeah.
And then or was it like the Starbucks tumblers before?
I don't know, honestly.
I think it was a Hydro Flask,
Yeah, I
right?
think
People
so.
were making like this whole big thing, but they're expensive too.
Yeah,
And then from there, it was the Starbucks cups, and then now it's
the
about the
Stanleys.
Stanleys. I personally, I wouldn't get one. I don't see the hype about it. Like you can drink water from any cup. For
True.
me, collecting the ones from Starbucks was different because there's different designs and they're not always the same. You get
Yeah,
me? And then you can actually collect them. But the Stanley cups, I feel like,
they're
yeah, you
just
can
different
collect them,
colors.
but it's they're huge. Again, it's not my favorite,
Yeah.
but I mean,
For some people, if
for
you're
some
fighting
people,
for them,
yeah, if you're fighting for them, then I'm judging you. But if you're not fighting
then we're
for
not
them,
judging you,
yeah, we're not judging you. But I mean,
but we're silently judging you.
like you can go to Walmart and get these for how much?
I don't. They're in the bottom
And if you don't if you want a
for
handle,
8.44.
if you want like a handle, if you want a handle, then you can just add
Glue.
glue and just stick something to it so you can have that handle. But
We're not being sponsored by Walmart, by the way,
Walmart, you can sponsor us. Thank you.
or Dollar
And they
Tree.
work too. They hold your water.
For real,
They hold water
and they keep them cold too.
and they keep them cold. And you can find them at your local Walmart. Again, this is not an advertisement for Walmart,
But
but
Walmart, if you'd like to sponsor us, you can. No,
but
but honestly though,
like yeah, I'm not gonna waste. I think they're like 40 bucks. Depends, I think, right?
yeah,
Like depends on which ones it is. But I'm like, I wouldn't waste 40 bucks for that.
I know me neither. I'm like,
I
I'm
can
not
get
gonna.
two Starbucks tumblers for 40
You're
bucks. You see,
stupid.
I get two for the price
Of
of
what?
one.
No, but I'm like, I don't see the big deal. And then have you seen like the memes that they're like with the things that make like the tortillas? They're like the Stanleys,
Oh,
and then they're
oh,
like,
the molcajetes.
yeah,
The
those
molcajetes,
two.
yeah.
But with the ones with the ones that make the tortillas too.
Yeah.
They're
So,
like, let's see if the grannies line up for these.
well, the molcajetes are the things that people use to make
The
the
yeah.
salsa. Just in case somebody doesn't know what a molcajete is, but it's what you use to make like guacamole or something.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, other than that, the other thing that's been going on is these damn
10-year-olds
10-year-old
at
kids.
Sephora.
Yeah. Like when I was 10, I'm thinking about Barbies. I'm thinking about
Or like the little fake makeup kits, you know?
or you know what? Like from I don't know about you if you guys use them. They sell them at like the 99-cent store and they were like some lip glosses, right? And they had the
Yeah.
little rolling
Yes,
top.
yes, yes.
Like
I
okay,
used to
that
love those.
or
I was
the what is it? The
obsessed.
lip balm, the chapsticks,
Yeah.
or the flavored ones, the
Yeah.
Coca-Cola and all that. But come on, like
With
buying
their
these
little Dior ass lip glosses now.
yeah, like these kids need to be kids and like I mean the parents that are not saying something to their
Not only
children,
that,
like
like some of them want to be getting stuff like that's like for your anti-aging or like
they shouldn't even be
drops. I'm
yeah,
like,
like
your skin's still a kid's
yeah,
skin,
and
you know,
then
it's
imagine
smooth.
using all that now. I mean, it's gonna affect it because as a kid, you
Yeah.
don't need that. Like it starts after a certain age. I think they said once you turn 25 and up, that's when you can start using, like more skincare
Yeah,
products
but
and
I'm
stuff.
like, these 10-year-olds also like fighting with adults for some of these products. I'm like, are you serious?
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
like, some people, okay, I don't want to like throw shade, but like some people are
You know
obviously
what it
like
is? These kids are the Stanley mom cups. That's what it is. The
they're
kids that
they're kids of the
the,
Stanley moms.
that's what it is. That's they learned it from their mom, seeing them fight for these Stanley
So
cups,
they're
and now
trying
they're
to
going
fight
to
for
fight.
Sephora products.
Yeah.
No, but like some of the adults are like letting it slide and stuff. Oh hell no! If one of those kids came up to me, I'd be like, "Where the fuck your mom at?
Come
Where
here.
your mom at?
Let me show you.
Where's she at? Where your mom at?"
Let me show you what is
Or
called discipline. It really is.
yeah, and then I'll punch them, and then they're like, "I'm gonna go call your mom. Call your mom. I'll punch her too." No, but for real, like they're kids, and like the
And then
fact
have
that they're
you
not
seen?
saying anything.
Yeah, and then how much they're
I
wasting.
know. Oh my god, I have been seeing like TikToks of like people who actually work at Sephora, and there was this one girl. She was like that her like the little girl and like her sister were buying
Oh, I
stuff,
saw that one.
and that the
They wasted
sister
like
spent like five
300.
hundred.
I
No,
think it was 300.
no, the sister spent 500, and she was like, "Oh, how much are you gonna waste?" She was like almost 900. So the mom made her take off like a perfume or something
I
because
think
she
she
was like,
got
"How much?"
doubled. She got doubled of the
Yeah.
perfume, and
But I think the mom made her take off the perfume and that she was all like, "That's all I'm taking off though, like, everything else I'm keeping."
like, how the no,
And
no,
then
no,
she
honey,
spent
I'm
5
paying for it,
for real,
yes.
and then she spent $500 too. I was like, "You're a kid at Sephora spending
Y Exactly, not even me,
$500?"
like, even you
For
like,
real.
wasting $40 on there, like
No, but I'm like, "I don't even go to Sephora. I be buying my makeup from Walmart." Again, sponsor
and
us.
you know what? I actually did witness this, now to think about it. So, the other day we went to Ontario Mills, right? I went because I wanted to go look for what was it? Trying to think. I think we wanted to go walk around, and then I wanted to go look at I think it was at, what was it? I think it was at Ulta because I wanted to go buy some shampoo, right?
Mhm.
Because 'Cause I'm looking for some shampoo, like, my scalp has been dry. I'll start with that. I'll get
Mine
back
too,
into this.
honestly, though.
Like, my scalp has been dry, so, like, I've been trying to find something that helps my scalp,
Yeah.
like, not be so dry because it gets flaky, and
Mine
I
too.
don't know if
Mine
it's,
has
like, the
I think
cold
it's the
weather,
weather, yeah.
and so I'm, like, trying to into finding something that helps both mine and Amaya's because Amaya's been getting the same,
Yeah.
and then I'm like, I don't wanna stop using my shampoo that I'm using because 'cause it's been helping me grow my hair, so I'm like, I
What
don't
shampoo
want
have you been using?
you know what? I got it, I think it's L'Oreal, and it's, like, this
Hmm.
orange bottle with, like, a pink top, I forgot,
Crystal, I need you to send me a
and
picture
it's,
because
like, something for length. It is for length,
well, then
but
send me a picture.
I was also using before, was it Biotin shampoo? But I feel like since I started using that one, it's been growing more.
Well, I'm gonna need you to take a picture and send it.
But
Take
I'm
a
like, I need to go
pic.
get it done. I'm telling you, I've been wanting to do something to my hair. I've been wanting to go, like, get it cut. I've been wanting to go get it dyed. So, let mama lose, like, at least 10,
Yeah.
15 pounds, and maybe next month, and I'll go get it done. But, anyways, going back to it. So, yeah, I went to Ulta for that. And, at the end, I was like, "You know what? I'm not finding what I need here, so let's
Mhm.
leave." So, as I was walking out, these 10, 11, maybe 12-year-old girls were walking in, and then the little girl was like, "Oh, I know there's so much hype about Sephora and the Drunk Elephant, but Ulta has some good stuff like this. This is really good." And I'm like, "Did I just witness, like, what they've been talking about?" And I'm like, "What the hell?" I'm like
I don't
and
know. I'm just like at that age, like, why are you thinking of this?
but
Like,
it's not that, it's the
I
parents.
know.
Like, where is the discipline? Where are you stepping in and telling like,
Like, oh
how are these
hell
kids
no.
okay, I know that they're learning it from, like, their friends and stuff, you get me?
Yeah, at school
But
especially.
at the same time, as a parent, you have the right to end it, like,
Yeah.
you ain't going to Sephora, you ain't going to Ulta, you're not gonna do none of
You're
that,
not
like, you
wearing
don't need
makeup
that,
at that
yeah.
age.
But then again, if you think about it, there is those kids that's,
Yeah.
get stuff without their parents knowing or use stuff that the parents don't know. But at the end of the day, like why 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 let your kid do that? You get me? Like,
No, but not only that, but think about it, like us. Like our parents would have been like, "Estás pendeja, no vas a usar nada de eso.
ya, qué makeup y qué nada, me vale
No
madre si no
sabes ni
tiene
cómo
ya.
limpiarte el culo y ya quieres usar makeup."
Mhm. Yeah, exactly. And I remember no,
Exactly.
okay, for me, it was hard to even want to like be able to wear makeup because I remember asking like my mom, "Oh, can I buy like mascara?" And even then, I think I was like 13 or so when I started
I think
using
for
it.
me too. Like I was in middle school when I started wearing like
Yeah. But
mascara.
you know what? In a Hispanic household, they I mean, it
Not
depends.
all,
It depends
but
all. But before, I'm gonna say before that you would see you and you would hear also was that a lot of parents would want their kids to wait at least until they turn 15,
15, yeah.
right? So like once you turn 15, yeah, you can use a little bit of mascara, you can use a little bit of face powder, you get me? But now it's like things have changed, like how we
I
said,
know.
like generations change and like not just that, but I feel like how we talked about it, like, a part of it, I feel like, can be, like, from our generations, like, the bullying and all that, and we're trying to help our kids maybe,
I mean, don't get me wrong, like I understand that, but I feel like as a parent, I'd be like, you know what, you can wear mascara. But like the fact that you see some of these like 10-year-olds with like full on beaded faces of
yeah,
makeup.
but that's what I'm saying, and then, like, when you go out, you don't even know, like
How old they
yeah,
are.
you're like, "Oh, I'm 12 or 11," and you're like, "Hello, are you
Oh
12 or
my
11?" and wearing
god.
all that makeup, you get me? But, yeah, like, these parents, like, "Hey, okay, if you're gonna use makeup," I understand, like, how you're saying, mascara, a little bit of mascara, or even they sell, like, that clear mascara for your
Yeah.
eyelashes. I knew that even girls in high school when I was going, they would wear just the clear mascara.
Yeah.
Um,
Just for, like, a little length or something, you feel me?
yeah, so, like, if okay, mascara, it's okay, but, like, once you start adding all these other things, you get me? Then
Like, especially to your face, like, think about it, like, all those products, some of them you don't even know what's in them,
yeah,
and they can be, like, harming your face at such a young age and, like, all the tissues and everything in your
yeah.
skin.
But, like, for me, I feel like I started using more makeup once I hit high school.
Mhm.
So, like, I feel like for me, like how you're saying about like the products, you don't know what there is in the products and stuff. For me, I don't know what it was, but MAC was the one that made me break out so
Crystal,
much in high
let me
school.
tell you, right now, I barely wear makeup. Like I remember going to school and like probably like around my sophomore year, I would wear a little bit more makeup. But then senior year came along and I barely wore anything.
But
And
that's
now,
yeah,
let me tell you, I literally just wear concealer, blush, and what is it called? Mascara, and sometimes I'll do like a little eyeliner.
yeah.
The only time I ever actually wear like makeup
It's
is
when you
like
go
when we're
out.
going out or
Yeah.
something to like a
You
party.
see, like right now, you see me with makeup, but
In reality, that's not her
that's on my
face.
face. Like,
Miss Girl's Adam Sandler over here.
literally, like you'll see me in sweats. You'll see
In a
me
baggy t-shirt,
not even sweats. You'll see me in like
workout
leggings,
clothes,
yeah,
yeah.
workout clothes, a baggy t-shirt or a hoodie, and then my hair up, not even done. Like my greñas are all standing from the front and everything.
I mean, me
But
too. Like, this is the most I'll dress up for this,
yeah,
but
so I'm
like,
like, I'm like, I have motivation to at least do my makeup, get a little bit ready. You get
but
me?
other than
Or
that,
other than
I'd
that,
be like, what, wearing workout clothes because after work I go to the gym.
yeah. So it's like I think it's like you kind of lose interest. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
also on that, but again, like let these little kids start at least how it was maybe 13, like a little bit of mascara, but they do
but
not
like,
need
take
all
some
these.
control, people,
And
please.
then
Like,
yeah, take control of your kids, control your children, literally control
especially
your
from trying to
children.
fight adults. Come on now, how are you gonna fight adults for some drunk elephant
Teach your
drops?
kids manners. Like, come on, we're trying to make everything better, and but
For
we need to
real, and
like
you just see
teach
these.
these kids.
You're seeing these 10-year-olds cussing out like 20-year-olds.
Yeah, I'm like, I haven't even like, I haven't tried to like, or I try to avoid Amaya seeing those
Yeah.
things. You get me? But like, she mentioned to me, I was like, oh, and she'll be like, what about the kids going to Sephora and getting the stuff? I'm like, how do you know? I hear you, mom,
Yeah, I mean,
and
it's in school.
yeah, but I'm like, that she's like, I know, like that's them. They're little, and I'm like, yeah, you need to be playing Barbies. You need to be going outside riding your scooter. I'm like, not
For
worrying about makeup, how you
real.
look, wrinkles and stuff, because you're little.
You're
Like
a
you don't need to
kid,
worry
come on
about that.
now.
But yeah, if you have a kid like that,
You're barely
like,
hitting double digits.
huh?
They're barely hitting double digits.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying like if you have a kid like that, like come on, like teach your kid self love. Teach them, hey, a little bit. If you want to use a little bit of mascara, okay, I'll do a little bit of mascara for you. But other than that,
But
you
I ain't
don't
wasting
need.
no damn $500 on your ass at
Yeah, so you
Sephora.
don't need none of that expensive stuff. You want body spray? Come on, let's go to Bath and what is it? No,
Bath and Body Works.
is it Bath and Body Works?
Yeah.
I'll give you that sale. You want a lotion? I'll give you lotion. Anything candles from there, that's fine. But other than that, you don't need this 120, $150 perfume.
$300 perfume. I'm
Yeah,
just like,
so
fuck.
come on. It takes I think it's like the parents' job to like handle these kids. Or
But have
even yeah, especially yeah, handle I'm sorry. I was like, "Wait, why are they exposed?" But no, yeah, because like I said, like the kids are like with other kids
well,
at school
yeah,
and
they're being
stuff.
exposed, but like the parents can do something about it too. Like they're the parents, not the kids.
Cut the credit card. Don't give them no damn credit card.
For
Oh,
real.
and then did you hear about that too? Like the girl,
Some parents giving the kids like the
the
credit card.
what is it? The no, that what is that brand? That credit card? Um,
A Visa?
no, is it the American Express?
Oh,
Yeah, and they're like that they seen like with these credit cards and like the kid. Yeah, I'm like, come
what in
on.
the world?
So if you're giving your
No.
kid a credit card, obviously they're gonna think, "Oh, mommy and daddy say."
Mommy and daddy rich. They built out of money.
Yeah,
In this economy, no, we not.
but this mommy and daddy ain't. I'm like, I can buy you a Barbie. That's pretty much about it.
Buy you a $5 Barbie.
Yeah. If I don't even buy myself that much worth
For
of makeup,
real.
I'm like, I buy myself a little bit of makeup here and there. And then I feel like I have a tendency also of like wanting to try different things. And I'm like, I just try to stay to a certain limit. But then there's times where Chris is like, yeah, what
Spoil
do you want?
yourself.
Yeah. But I'm like, no, I'll
I'm
hold
like,
back.
I'll buy my Target,
Mhm.
Walmart makeup. Thank
Yeah,
you
I
very
have.
much.
And then this time I had to buy new makeup because the whole thing with my freaking
Oh,
eyes.
yeah.
So there it goes. I had to buy new makeup. Um, Another thing that I want to talk about. Did you hear about that freaking plane? Like the
They were
door
telling me about
or
it, but I
you
haven't really
haven't seen
seen
it?
it.
Well, I think it was a plane coming from where was it? I think it was from I forgot honestly where it was coming from, but it basically was coming to Ontario, here in Ontario,
Oh, I did
California.
hear about it coming to Ontario, but I didn't hear about the door and stuff and all
Yeah,
that.
well, it was like at mid-flight and I guess they started feeling like a bunch of air and luckily nobody like had that seat. So like
Oh,
like that row where
yeah.
by the door or wall, I don't know what it was. Nobody had that seat. So I'm like, and literally that whole thing, like that whole chunk fell off. And like literally that seat would have been like literally seen down, like
Yeah.
fully down.
That's scary.
Yeah, so, but the crazier part was that I think some phones that, flew out
Oh,
of the airplane, right? So, the phones were still some charge that they were able to find the missing part from the plane, like that part,
what the
because
heck?
they were able to track
To
it,
track the
to track
phones?
the phones since it still had a charge. So, the people recovered their phones and they were able to recover that
That's
part.
crazy.
But I'm like, how the hell does this happen? Like
Yeah.
that's so freaking crazy, you know? Like I already have a fear of flights.
I don't.
I
I
don't.
don't care.
That's why I try to avoid also like trips and stuff cuz like when we went to Hawaii, you saw how
Crystal was like panicking on this
yeah, like
airplane.
I was telling my husband like
The turbulence,
I
she
know
was all like,
yeah, I know people would be like, "Come on, it's a trip to Hawaii," but I was like, "I don't want to go. I don't want to fly in an airplane. You have no
Crystal,
idea."
that was nothing. Like the turbulence you were feeling was nothing. I remember when we were coming back from New York, the turbulence was bad, and then there was like you can see some areas, and there was like it was, I don't know if it was raining or something, and then you can see lightning. It was
Mm.
crazy.
I think I seen it, but I think that happened to us when I was going to Mexico, and this is when mom was pregnant with you, and I
No,
think
I
that's the
don't
last time we went to Mexico together. But I remember like we were landing and I could see the lightning. But other than that, like um, I already have a fear of flights. You know, Chris wants to go take other trips. You know, but for me, it's just like
We'll give you
seeing
some
this.
melatonin, and then you can knock out right there.
I don't wake up. You guys give me too much. But I'm like, I just don't wanna I don't know, I'm just terrified. Like, the one trip that he wants to go to is Japan. He talks about going to Japan. And
But
it's
then
like
again, like you literally just heard about that earthquake that happened in Japan.
yeah, so but I mean, they are prepared. If you think
Yeah.
about it, like,
But
they're
it's just crazy to think like, you can be traveling somewhere else and like some just a natural disaster
yeah,
happening.
something or you don't know what happens, like
Like think about all the people that like flew to like Maui, and like that fire that
yeah,
happened. Like
yeah.
we were there.
Like, it could've been happened when we went,
Yeah.
but how long was it after? Like, a year? 2 years after, right? It
It
happened?
was a year after.
A year after. So and it's like it was beautiful.
It
Maui,
was
if you guys are
beautiful.
planning to go to Maui or you guys ever want to take a
Trip to
trip to Hawaii,
Hawaii.
I suggest Maui. I haven't been to any other island but Maui, but
No, it was so
Maui is
beautiful.
more of like a place if you're looking for somewhere to relax, um, literally to distress yourself.
It was so
If you don't
beautiful.
want to be in a slow pace, like Maui's a place. Like they open everything late and then they
It's just a
close
vibe. It's
it's
just
a
such
vibe.
a
Like, you
vibe.
don't feel rushed, you feel very, very relaxed,
You're seeing
um,
chickens running around
everywhere.
everywhere.
As soon as you land on the what is that, the airport, you
Airport, you
see
see
chickens,
chickens.
free food. The homeless have a better life.
For
Like, they
real.
live at the beach. Like, literally, you see homeless living at the
In their
beach in their
vans.
vans, fishing. They have the chickens, so it's like you have
They have the little
everything.
water
You have the
things.
ocean view, you have free food. What else do you want, you
For
know?
real.
But, yeah, Maui's like literally like a slow pace environment and
It's just
I
beautiful.
loved it. I loved it. And
Me
like
too.
I just feel like I was so relaxed. Like it was like you were how they say a whole different dimension.
Now, when you don't hear about from me, I'm gonna change my name, move to Maui, and nobody's gonna hear from me ever again. And I'm gonna live in a van too.
And I'm gonna change my name instead of Emily's gonna be now Alyssa and nobody's gonna know.
No, but did you also hear about that judge that was sentencing the guy and like he straight up
Oh,
flew?
I saw that.
I was
I
looking at the comments and then one was like me jumping into conclusion.
we always do that.
Or,
Um,
like, the fact that he didn't hit anything when he, like, threw himself, he didn't hit nothing until
or
after.
and there was one where it said, like, when your kid's on break and they ask you for, like, the 5th time for food. I'm like, I felt that. I'm
But it
like,
was just crazy, and
yeah.
then I think they ended up doing it again, like, doing another trial
But I
again,
think they
and it
had
was
him tied
this
up, no, or
this
something?
time
Oh,
it
they
was
did,
tied
right?
up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was the same judge doing it.
Now she threw herself at him.
But I'm like, "Come on, like, ma'am, you really, like you hear him standing up and you're just sitting there?"
Not that, but they had guards around, so they could have
I
done
know, but
something
even the
too.
guards couldn't do anything, like, once he jumped, they were all trying to
I
get
know,
him
but, like,
off.
come on, they have to be holding him down or something because there's always somebody
But
next to
wasn't
them.
he, like, handcuffed too? Was
I
he
know,
handcuffed?
no, because he literally went charging, flying at the
I'm sorry, but it was so funny to watch.
yeah. But imagine now, like, by him doing that, like, the charges, they're
I
gonna do
know.
something different. So it's like, you were upset about the charges they were giving you, but now you're gonna be even
I
more
know, even
upset.
more
But
charged,
I
yeah.
haven't heard about that. Like, I haven't heard about, what charges
I'm
they put
sorry,
on
but it
him.
was just so funny to watch, and then the comments going off, it was just so funny. I felt so bad, but I was just like, I had to laugh.
That's gonna be me when Christian goes back to work. I'm just gonna go,
You're stu
"You're not going anywhere, you're staying with me."
No, it was just funny to watch, honestly.
Or, like, another thing that's happened, I don't know if you saw, like, it and this is, like, a little bit more scary too. In Ecuador, did you see about, like, what is it? That it was, like, some I think it was, like, the some gang members from, like, a certain gang that went into the, um, news station, and they literally had everybody at gunpoint.
For
Yeah,
real?
and they were live. People were
What
looking
the
at this
heck?
live. So
I didn't see that.
they took I think they took, like, explosives. They took, yeah, the giant freaking guns. I don't know what they're called. I don't know anything about guns, but they had these giant guns. They had one of the news reporters, like, literally that he was trying to talk and say stuff to the TV, like, at the people, and one of the guys was telling basically to shut up, and he had, like, the gun face at him, and he had one of the explosives, put it in his pocket,
What the heck?
and yeah, it was so crazy, like, you could see, like, the panic in these people, of course,
Well,
from
yes.
everything, and
And
it's
then
just
not only
like
that, but, like, imagine the people at the, like, news station, like, watching all this go down to their
not that, but
coworkers.
imagine the viewers.
That's why
Yeah, so I
too.
think they declared, like, state of emergency, for that in
What the
Ecuador,
heck?
and they had, alerts that they had to have the people stay in their houses, basically, because it was going on in different locations, like, it happened there. I think it happened in, like, somewhere, like, in their, what is it? Like, their shopping area. Um, so, yeah, like
Well, I'm like, think about it. Like, I was watching this TikTok right now too, and it's just like the year barely started, and it's like how many things have already gone down? Like what? Earthquakes everywhere. And then that
yeah.
thing in Miami, did you see? Where like there was like a bunch of
Oh, the
cops, and then like I don't know, they were saying
no, it
something
was
about
fake. It wasn't real. It
I
was
don't know.
fake. I think they
But
said that there
then
was, like, I think it was, like, some people, like, doing I think it was, like, young kids doing some shit or something like
I
that,
don't
but
know,
they
but then so I think it's in Illinois too, where they were like houses or like apartments to people. They were like putting boards on them and like closing them while the people were still in there
I didn't see
with
that.
their kids,
I didn't see
like
that.
living there, and they were like boarding the stuff up.
I didn't see that.
And then what else? I don't know if have you seen it. I'm pretty sure it's fake, but it's like there's like lightning happening, and then you just see like this figure walking.
I think it's fake.
I don't know, but it's just been crazy, honestly.
I just think, like, I don't think, like, oh, like, a new year, everything's gonna be better. Like, there's gonna be something going on, like, every
I
year,
know, but the
honestly.
year just started. Like, slow down, please.
Well, I mean, you're gonna hear it with whether it's a new year, you get me? Like, it can be a new year, but in reality, is it
It's just like a day
yeah,
going
it's
by.
just a day.
But can we actually talk about how that day of New Year's, like New Year's Eve, felt like it was going by so slow to start a new year?
It did. Yeah, it felt
Like
slower.
every day like goes by like this, but then that day was like so slow to go to like to hit 12.
It did. Yeah, it did. And then I just feel like how we mentioned before, like, it just didn't hit the
Oh, the
same, you know?
stretching, the baby
It
stretching.
it didn't hit the same as usual. Um, it felt more I don't know, it didn't feel like
It just
holidays.
felt like
Yeah,
any
it just felt
other
like any
day.
holiday. Yeah,
Any holiday, any
any
other day.
any other day. But, like, I feel like I overdid it with the dressing and everything, but
I mean, I
I
dressed
thought
up
it
too. I thought it was cute.
huh?
And I dressed up too. I thought it was cute.
You thought you were, but
Thank you.
I'm like,
So shut
but
up. You had a whole ass sparkly
yeah,
dress.
I did. Well, to start the what is it, the new year in style, to start it differently, for a better year. Not fucking Adam Sandler like usual.
For real.
But yeah, it is crazy. Like these things are happening, but I don't feel like I've been really like I've been of course observing what's going on, like I'm telling you, like the news and stuff that's been happening, but I don't feel like I've been paying too much attention to it. Like, oh, we just started the year and this is already happening. You get me? Because in
I
reality,
don't know.
it's just
It's just crazy, honestly, to think.
I don't know. But I just feel like it gave me that nostalgia, the Stanley
The
Cups
Black
with the
Friday.
Black Friday, and I'm like, we could have that. Come on, like, can we have this back, but not for a cup, like for the sales? And like, before I forget too, like talking about I know we're like all over the place because there's so much going on.
Yeah.
But going back to like the Stanley Cups, did you see that people are like the prices that they're reselling them to?
Yes.
$10,000, $5,000, $9,000. Like, what the fuck? Like,
Are people actually buying these? Is
I'm
my
curious. I
question.
know. If you're one of those people, I'm judging. I'm judging. Like,
If
why
you're
waste
buying a cup for
9,000?
like 9,000 bucks, I am judging. You can give me that money and I can like buy myself a Bad Bunny ticket.
Or I can buy myself my car.
For real, I can buy myself my car. So instead of spending $9,000 on a Stanley, just donate it to me.
Yeah, like, okay, if you're
Start a
gonna I
GoFundMe.
understand people wanna make money, like, it
But
find ways to make
really,
but, like, come on, like, don't do that. If you're gonna buy the cup just to, like, literally resell it for a lot, like
and why are you selling it for that price? Come on, how are you gonna get it for 40 bucks and be like, let me just add a couple $1,000
no,
to
and
this?
it wasn't, like, even I think there was cups that were going even for, like, 20,000, like, freaking ridiculous prices.
Homeboy, are you good?
I'm sorry. For some reason, I don't know if anybody else has a pug, but, like, my pug literally, he gets, like
He be having some
he
hairballs.
be having hair
He's a Jimmy's baby.
Hi, everybody.
And then the topinator, Crystal. The topinator connected to the motor. The motor ain't putting enough pressure to the gas pedal.
Oh, Jimmy. Yeah, but like he has like hairballs. I'm like, you're not a freaking cat. You're a dog. Oh, baby. Yeah,
How
he's a
are you
good
getting
boy.
hairballs, Jimmy? Is he
My
your
dog,
babies?
okay, there's something that we do with my dog. I know people are like, oh my God, like really? So my daughter, Amaya's been into again like Happy Meals and stuff from McDonald's. Like it took her a while to be back into, but lately, like with the break, like she's been like, I've been craving McDonald's. So we've been getting her like a Happy Meal. And like one
Jimmy,
time she was like, can we take one for Poncho?
Jimmy.
So we brought him one. And like he was so happy after he ate it. Like he literally ate the chickens. I know people are like, you shouldn't be feeding him that, but he loves chicken nuggets. And
Jimmy, come here.
I think it came with like
Come
apple
here, baby.
slices too. So he ate the apples and we didn't give him fries. We gave him like one or two. And Amaya took the rest of the fries. And then he kept the toy. But like now when we go, she'll be like, are we gonna get him one?
Oh my
Like,
god, but can we talk about how he steals everybody's toys and how he's like trying to steal my heart right now? Look at him. Look at him.
yeah, he loves toys. He sees toys and he wants to just take them.
It's a baby. It's a baby.
I want to say something. Like before I had him, like I wasn't like I don't know. It was like the fact that we were brought up of not you know of not having dogs inside, of not touching dogs.
Okay.
Like how we were brought up that we have to be like
Okay.
how do you say? I'm not gonna say like to be super clean, but to be clean.
Yeah.
And like we always saw like oh like you have a dog inside like
How that it wasn't like supposedly clean or like
yeah. So like for me, I didn't see dogs like, "Oh my god, so cute." But then once I got him, like my view on
okay, can
dogs,
I just say I know this is horrible and this is kind of weird. But when I
it's
first saw
cringy.
it's cringe. I know everybody's in cringe. But the first time I met Poncho, I literally grabbed him like a baby and I looked at him and I started sobbing.
It's because he's your
It's
nephew.
because he's like my newborn nephew. And then I remember Crystal always saying like how much she wanted a pug. So when I saw him, I just like, oh my god, like I just got so many emotions and I just started sobbing.
Yeah. But but like I hate it. Okay. I see all these people like being able to take their dogs out to like let's say like the outdoor malls to like the stores and stuff, right? Because they have some really
Yeah.
calm dogs. But my dog, he loses his shit. He doesn't bark. He screams, like screams his lungs out.
For
Like he
real.
sees somebody and he just starts
Like, he
screaming.
forgets he's a dog and just starts screaming.
Yeah, or even like when cutting his nails, like luckily like now that he's been like more like he goes outside and stuff, I think
Like, he
like the
scratches,
yeah,
yeah.
so it's been helping with that. But other than that, like he doesn't like his nails. He'll start screaming with the nails as well. And then he just barks at people like
Well,
crazy.
screams at them.
But like it and like you have to give him food. If there's food,
He's perfectly
he's
fine.
perfectly
Like
fine.
a drive-through. If you
Oh,
take him to a
he won't
drive-through,
bark at those people, but if he sees somebody walking on the street, he goes,
ballistic,
yeah. But if it's a drive-through, he's a good boy.
because he knows.
He knows he's either getting a pup cup or he's
A
getting
Happy Meal.
a Happy Meal.
And then he
Um,
sheds like crazy.
well, that's the thing about dogs. I think like
Well,
okay,
not all
I
of
was
them,
aware of
but
it before getting him, like before like getting a dog, like I was aware that he shed a lot, but like I didn't expect it to be that much. You
and
get
then
me?
not only does he shed, but Emily is a little allergic to some dogs. So Emily kind of puffs up a little
And you
bit.
grabbed him right now.
I know, and I'm like,
Yeah. But and then
but
that's
he's just
why
a baby.
he loves Emily, but we have to like make sure that he doesn't get too much like close to her because then Emily puffs up literally, or she'll start like itching it.
I start itching like crazy, and I'll just like break out in like little hives.
Yeah, but I mean, pugs are a good dog. I do.
And they're just a
They're just
babies.
very needy. I'll just say that they're very needy.
Oh me,
They're very needy.
me and my past life.
I don't think you're past that. I think you're still needy. Do you consider yourself a needy person?
Not really. I feel like I make my own money. I can get my own things. Thank you very
I
much.
feel like I'm needy with Chris in certain areas, but then like how you're saying about like working and stuff like that,
I'm
like
like, I can pay.
I
I am
want
a
to.
strong, independent woman
I'm
who
like I
I can
want
pay
to
her for her
work,
own things.
but right now I need to, focus on school so I can have that job, that what is it?
That
that
big girl job
yeah, that big girl job. And
to be a
then I'm
sugar
gonna be
mama.
like, I don't need no
You
man. I got
don't get
myself. Yeah, but I was telling him too. I was just telling him, I was like, wait until I become, that that person that I'm working towards. I'm like, and then you're gonna be what is it?
a stay-at-home dad.
Stay-at-home dad with our child and then our
Other child.
10 our 10 pugs.
Oh my god.
Like,
No, but I mean, I think I can be needy sometimes. I'm not gonna lie. But I think when it comes to like paying for stuff, I'm like, I can buy my own things. Like, I don't need you buying everything for me. Thank you very much.
and I feel like right now I can't do that. You get me since I'm not like
Yeah.
working. But like for me, I feel like I've always been like I like making my own money
Yeah.
and like I'm not saying, oh, it's my money, you get me? Because like even when I would work and stuff, like I
But
would
just feeling like you can like buy your own
yeah, like you
things.
don't have to ask, hey, can I get this for that? You get me? It's
Yeah.
just like that feeling of independence, you
Yeah.
know? But I mean, there's times, like we do need to take the help, and I feel like that's something that a lot of us maybe sometimes don't know, like to accept the
I
help.
think so. I think we were just raised in like that way that it's like, you can like you're a grown woman, you can make your own money, you don't need people
But that's the
somebody.
thing, like, okay, let's go to like us as Hispanics, right? We're Mexican. Mexican. I'm just Mexican. Mexican. Like in a Hispanic household, they always, believe more of like, oh, the guy needs to work and the woman
I think
usually
in
has
most
to
households is like that, but I feel like
within time
we
it's been
were
changing.
yeah,
But
but I
that's what I'm
feel like
saying.
we weren't really brought up that way.
We weren't, but like I'll use like, Chris as an example. Like for Chris, his mindset, and I'm not saying that his parents brought this up on him, you get me? But like for Chris, he's more of like, I'm the man. I need to provide for my family. I need to do it. It's not your job, it's mine. And I'm like, no, that's where you're wrong. Like for
Yeah.
me, it's like it's two of us. And that's it's it takes two for things to work out. But
Especially now.
yeah, but then, okay, this is another thing I want to say. Like, there's times where people are like, oh, um, in order for you guys to create something, like, it has to be also, like, the girl's place to help them out, but then there's
Mhm.
times that, like, things are happening and it's hard, you
Yeah.
know? So but I feel like in a Hispanic household, usually the tendency is the man works, the woman older
S
generations,
Yeah.
the woman stays home, takes care of the kids, takes care of
The
paying the
household
bill, yeah, anything
necessities
that
and
has to do
everything.
with the household and the necessities. And, and the girl I mean, the man works,
Yeah.
but I'm like, again, we've changed that throughout the years of basically
The generations and everything.
the male role and the female role.
Yeah.
Now it's like both of them have the equal roles, for the household.
But can we talk about that real quick? Now, I'm not gonna lie, there's some men, they're like, "Okay, you wanna be equals? You open the door for me then." They
I
wanna be treated like little princesses too.
Christian can be a little princess, I will say that.
I don't know what her name was, but she said her name was
Uh,
Princess.
oh, you know what? Okay. So last time Emily and I were talking, well, it was you and my sister-in-law and I were like talking for New Year's, right? And we're like, who's the one that's jealous in the
Oh,
relationship?
yeah.
So I want to get to that because I'm like, how am I the jealous type? But okay,
Crystal.
let me tell you, this is like I was like thinking about it. And I'm like, okay, I'm like, I don't know if you consider yourself the jealous person of the relationship, but I feel like sometimes it can come from insecurities, we'll put it like that. You get me? Like how I told you about growing up and the insecurities I've had. So I feel like sometimes those insecurities make you feel
Okay,
um
I don't think it's like so much that, but I don't know like if this has happened to lots of people, but there are some times where like others try to put things in your head when they're like all men are the same, all this and that.
yeah,
Like and it's like it's not like that. I understand that some men are, you
but
know,
it's equal. Like both as men and
you
women
can
can
both do
do
the
the
thing. Yeah.
same thing. You
It's
get
not
me?
always the man, but it's just like sometimes it's brought up more like, oh, the man. If like the man doesn't see you like this, then they're gonna cheat on you.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah,
like,
that's what I'm saying. Like
yeah, that's why. So it's like I feel like sometimes women are more jealous than men just because of that reason.
but there is men, okay? And it can go for both men and women. I'll say it like that.
Let me tell you something, Crystal. No, go off.
Okay, it can go both for men and women, right? But sometimes if the person's like that, they're already thinking thoughts, right? But
That's
again,
why. That's why.
it's not all the time. That's what I'm saying. It's not all the time. There's times that it can be created more from, like I said, insecurities.
No.
Because I mean, sorry, let me just finish this thought. Because, for example, I was overhearing a TikTok. I came out across a TikTok that this girl goes out with her husband, right? And the husband is always checking out girls in front of her.
Mm.
Like, and the girl is beautiful, like she was so beautiful. Like, come on, like she's a fucking queen. Like, why are you treating her like shit, doing that in front of her?
Slay.
So things like
My
that,
head.
like, okay, like how we talked about, there's times where you notice people,
Yeah.
and you're like, oh wow, like that person's beautiful or something. But like, I think as a girl, and again, it can be for a guy, but I'm saying this as a girl, like there's times where if you see that, you're gonna become like conscious of
Yeah.
yourself. You get me? You're gonna be like, fuck, like, okay, am I good enough? Is there something wrong with me? Or am I missing something that person has? Like
But sometimes
I know
then
she
it,
has the ass, but I don't, but
you're like, I got the stomach.
I got the stomach. If I move it a little bit towards the back, then I'll have that.
No, but I mean, sometimes it's just like honestly human nature. Like, think about it. Like, even us as girls, like, if we see a girl with like a beautiful body, we'll even look ourselves and we'll be
Yeah.
like, damn, like, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm like, I understand that it's human nature, but sometimes I also feel like there are some people that it's like they're thinking, oh, like this person's gonna do this to me, but that's already because they're like that. They're already thinking that.
But again, it's not always like that. It can
I
be
know,
again
but
from past experiences too.
yeah, but I'm no, I'm saying like they're like, oh, they're gonna cheat on me, but it's because like they already have some thought. You get
Yeah.
me? Like, oh, I'm a do this or something.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I don't want to be like bringing it up constantly, but with the person that I was with, I remember they were constantly trying to come at me, and I'm like, I'm not even doing anything. Like, you're welcome to check anything you want. Like, go for it.
Yeah.
But for them in their mind,
Just don't go through my messages with my sister, please.
for real, like that's a little personal. Like
That Emily's all sweating,
that I'm
dripping
like,
off.
you know what? Let's break up right now. No, but I'm like, they were constantly bringing stuff up, and I was in my head, I was like, "Why are you constantly bringing this up if, like, I'm not doing anything?
Yeah.
Like, I've given you no reason to think this way, but you're constantly bringing it up."
But like how you're saying, he had past experiences, right?
But it was more I don't think it was so much because of relationships,
Yeah.
because I know that he was a I'm not gonna lie, asshole in some relationships too.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I think it was more of the fact of what he went through growing up with,
Yeah.
like, his actual family, that it was just, like, in his head, like, "Oh, this is gonna happen."
But okay, now that you're bringing up that like family, I think that sometimes also when it comes to that, how you're saying, sometimes family does have the tendency
Yeah.
of telling you things again from experience. It's not that it's gonna happen to you, but
Yeah.
from experience, they start telling you things and they start
Like, it kind
um
of, like, brainwashes you a bit.
yeah, it brainwashes you and it makes you think like, is this person really capable of doing this? Is this
And
person
that's what triggers your overthinking, and what triggers those thoughts of, like, "Oh, this is gonna happen." And I feel like
yeah,
sometimes that is what actually creates
yeah.
the jealousy and what makes you a jealous person in that relationship.
That but then it has also the problems that if you're too jealous, it can create the problem that you're gonna push that person away. They're
Yeah.
gonna get over it for a certain point, and then you're really gonna
And honestly, I think that's what came up to me. Like, that's what came to my point. Like, it was just to the point where, like, it was just constantly like, "Oh, you." And
yeah.
I was just like, "I'm just here. Like, I'm just living my life trying to, like."
I'm looking at that motherfucker right there, but I mean, I'm just
I
right
mean,
here.
he's fucking handsome, and, like, if you keep pushing me, I might go with
I
him.
mean, I'm
But
about to walk right now and get his number, but I mean,
but, like, where's the trust?
I'm telling you in advance that I'm gonna go up to him right now and get his number,
No, but,
but
like, like, I'm not that person, you get me? But, like or, like, sometimes they'll be like, "Oh, they're gonna go with their friends." Like, their friends are gonna influence them to do this. And it's
yeah.
like, my friends aren't doing anything. Like, my friends are in a relationship
And it's
themselves.
and now that you're mentioning that, like, okay, in high school, right, I had different groups of friends, right? And I had a certain friend group that people knew how they were, how they talked, how they acted, and stuff like that. And then when
And
I've always
yeah.
been the quiet one. So when like they met me, they're like, holy shit, you're nothing like them. And I'm like, and that's how you're saying. Sometimes they think, oh, because you hang out with this
This
friend
person,
group,
this is how you are too.
that's how you are.
But
But
the
it's
thing
not
is
always the
that
case.
I only had one friend.
Yeah.
My friend was talking to someone too. So the fact that they were like coming at me, be like, "Oh, your friend's gonna make you influence you to do this." I'm like, "What are you talking about? Like, my friends with somebody themselves."
I'm sorry, my dog keeps having these
Those little
hairballs.
hairballs. Oh, he's just a baby
Yeah.
though.
But, like, yeah, how you're saying, like, they think that because you have these influences around you that you're gonna do the same, you
But
know?
the thing is that, like, sometimes you notice things yourself. You get me? Like, they'll be jealous of you, but you notice that they'll be doing things that they accuse you of.
Mhm. Yeah, but, like, I'm telling you, like, it's not always the case, like, sometimes like, I'm telling you, sometimes it's how, um, you are brought up with things already, you get me? Like, don't trust too much, don't do this too much, you get me? And it's like
I
sometimes
know, but I'm like,
it can be both
yeah.
reasoning, you know, there's always a reason to it, you get me? Like, a person is not just jealous to be jealous, you get me? There has to be more to it. But for me, I think it's like I told you, like, for me, and I'll say it, it's more my insecurities, you know? Like, I'm not gonna lie about it, it's probably more my insecurities and, again, I know the type of man I have, I hope I do. I'm just playing, I'm playing, baby. Even though my
She's
brother
not playing. I'm just kidding.
even though my brother's trying to steal him from me, but he can't. Like, he can't.
He's gonna be watching this and be like, actually, I can.
But he can't take my man. He's mine. I found
Okay,
him
good stuff.
first.
Yeah.
I think my brother was the first one actually that I told him about him. And like, you know how like they've always been into cars. So my
Cars.
brother's like, let me go check out his car and then I'll let you know if I approve of him. Um,
No, but
but
I mean, honestly, I think I can be jealous, but I don't think it's like to an extreme.
yeah,
Like, I'm gonna be honest, like in past relationships, it was different just because of
the insecurities.
no, I don't think it was so insecurity about me because I'm like, I'm a bad
Not
bitch.
no
Like,
no 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 not insecurities about you, but I'm saying like the things that that person would tell you. So it does create some type of insecurities. That's what I'm saying.
it does, but I think it was also the fact that it was like, okay, then like if you know how I am, why are you bringing this up? Because
Yeah.
like, are you doing it? And I think that's what created more of like a thought in my head that it was like, oh, you're probably doing this because you're accusing me of it.
Yeah.
So I think that's what created more the jealousy. But I think now the person that like,
Say it.
the person that like I'm like with or
I'm
whatever.
dating.
I think they've changed my mindset in that just because I know how they are.
Yeah.
And I see how they are and I see like the way we talk and I see how they're not like this jealous ass narcissistic person
Yeah, so it is true then. Sometimes you have to go through bad relationships to
to
like
find yeah.
once you have a good relationship, like to appreciate that, you
And
get
I
me?
think like I've told him like like he's known some of the stuff that like I've gone through with
Mm,
like my past relationships.
yeah.
So I feel like he does certain things to like
Make up for it.
not to make up for it, but I feel like he does it in order to like
Help you feel.
help me heal, but also help me with like those like not insecurities, but like those overthinking because he knows that I like used to overthink a lot.
Yeah.
So it's like he does certain things. He does certain things to be like, you know what, like you don't have to overthink. You get
Yeah.
me? I don't know how to what the word is,
Yeah.
but like he does not to make up for it, but like, well,
I think it's maybe trying to show you again, this is just the from what I pick
that
up.
there are healthy relationships
Yeah,
out
that there
there.
are healthy relationships and not everybody's gonna be the same. You get
Yeah,
me? But like I'm telling you, like it does sometimes when you're in a relationship like that, it does take time for you to fully heal and to understand that there is actually people who won't play with your emotions.
yeah,
So, because again, like I had my experiences too, and then when I met Chris, it was a different experience. So it's like you do appreciate certain things.
yeah, and like I've seen that. Like I remember, like not even that. Like you know how they say like, um,
What's been okay, now that you're mentioning that about him, what's been something that you feel like he's done that you're like,
fuck.
damn, like I've never had this happen to me before.
But Crystal, you're gonna make me talk about him, and then he's gonna watch this episode. um, what was the question again?
So like what's something that's has stood out that he does that others haven't?
That he tries to involve my family more. I feel like he tries to like actually
You
have
didn't
a
go to my
bond.
birthday party.
He
I'm just playing. I'm playing.
couldn't. He
I'm playing.
couldn't.
I'm playing.
But I feel like he tries to have at least a bond with like our family. You get me?
Yeah.
Like he tries to get along with everybody. He tries to like do certain things. You get me? And you know how Ashley calls me mama?
Yeah.
Well, she started calling him papa.
Uh-huh.
So in his contacts, he has her as Ashley daughter.
Uh-huh.
So I saw it and I just started laughing. And
He's
then
gonna put Christian and I as mama, papa.
like he goes along with things, you
Yeah.
get me? And then well like how my birthday's coming up, like he planned like I don't know what he has planned, but he
Yeah.
planned something. And I feel like before like nobody would get as excited for my birthday and like me like I don't really care for my birthday anymore now, but
Yeah.
I feel like he's more excited of my birthday than I am.
I don't want to say it, but okay. Remember how I told you that there's people that are always gonna want to bring out the better side of you?
Yeah.
So do you feel like he's been showing you like um you wanna how do you say do not do better, but like do more things. I'll put it like that.
What do you mean do more
Like
things?
inspires you to like um do things that maybe before you weren't what is it called even thinking about doing.
I think he does. I think like I know that I like spoke about how before when I was like in my past relationship, I had got into like this point where I was like very like antisocial because of
Yeah.
this person. And I know I have talked to him about it. I remember one time we hung out and we were like in this place and there was like so many people. And
Yeah.
I just got anxious and I was like, "Oh my god, like I didn't want to be there." And usually when I get anxious like around lots of people, like I'll just stay quiet and like I just like zone out. And I know that he noticed it. So he tried to like talk to me to like try to get me out of it.
Yeah.
So I know that he notices certain things and like he tries to like find a way for me to not feel that way.
Yeah.
So like he's
Mhm.
helped a lot, honestly.
So he's helping you heal.
Yeah.
Good. I'm like good. so I don't have to go breaking legs. I'm just like,
You don't have to break legs because you don't have to pop tires or break windows.
what is it? I'm be like from that movie Taken because I will find you.
No, but yeah, I feel like he's done lots of things to like heal certain parts of me or like even heal like inner child parts of me. Like you get me?
Yeah,
So yeah.
that's good. You're doing a good job. You go, Glen Coco. But yeah, we were going back to like
Okay.
we got so lost off topic. Um, but yeah, what were we talking about? Oh my god, I just lost our train of
But if
thought.
you're watching this,
I'll make up for what is it for the last episode.
for the last episode,
You flipped them off, Emily.
and this time I'm like, still like,
Um, but yeah, like I'm telling
yeah,
you,
baby.
sometimes it is like from like jealousy because of the the traumas and stuff.
Yeah.
But like again, I'm telling you, I don't feel like I'm overly jealous. You get me? But again, I'm not. Why do you say I am? I'm not. My God. There's times where I play around, but I think you guys take it more as like, oh, she's
Have a
being
nice day.
yeah. No, okay. This is the last thing I'm gonna say about what happened. And I didn't care, honestly, because I was just like, I just thought it was so weird. Because I'm like, come on, you're on the fucking job. So one time we were changing our
You sound
phone.
like my ex.
Yeah. One time we changed our phone, it was a
No.
phone company, right? We changed phone companies and we were having issues with activating the phones. So he called and then like the girl was like, oh, in your name, and he gave his name. And then she was like, oh, you sound like my ex, and his name was Chris, like like his name
Yeah.
too. And he was like, and I was just like I hear it's
And
on
then
you.
after he hung up, she was
But
like, "You sound like my
yeah,
ex."
but I'm like, come on, like I wasn't like thinking about it like that, but I'm like, dude, you're on the phone. They're like recording these
Like, be
calls. Be
professional. Why would you
professional.
say
Like, come
that?
on. Like, yeah, I'm like, why would you even say that? You get me? Like, they're gonna hear the recording and be like, ma'am, you can't be telling people this,
Like, you sound like my ex.
I was gonna say something, but I'm like, I just stood quiet because I'm like,
I would be like, "And you sound like
you sound like the bitch I'm about to punch right now.
you sound like I'm gonna go get a Stanley Cup and hit you with it."
Are you gonna go get it? Because I'm gonna go find you. But yeah, I don't consider myself again too jealous. It's to an extent. I'll say it like that. Okay,
Crystal.
I protect what's mine. I'm just I'm not jealous, but I'll protect it. But yeah, I think we've had a good episode. This episode, like talking about like all random things, but I think there was a lot to catch up on, with everything that's going on and
Yeah.
stuff. And I think we should kind of wrap it up here. So
So, Jimmy, would you like to say any words of encouragement?
or how would you feel in this episode?
Okay.
Would you like to go to the south? For some reason, he doesn't like saying that. He doesn't like saying, "Come here,
Achoo!
come here."
He doesn't like when you sneeze either.
Come on,
Is it baby?
it's a baby. Want to have any? You have any last words? You want to tell the people? No. Okay. Maybe if he goes under, what is it, Emily?
Huh?
What? How does the thing go? The video?
But if he does the topinator, if the topinator ain't putting enough pressure to the motor ain't putting enough.
He doesn't have it.
He's like, I'm over this.
I'm over this. Let me the fuck down. I'm sorry, baby. All right. Well, with that
To the
being
people of the world.
he said no. Yeah. So I think we'll leave it at.
And hopefully by next episode we have a little bit more Valentine's Day-ish.
So again, once again, Walmart. We're not sponsored by Walmart,
But if you
guys,
like, we can be sponsored right now.
yeah. But if you guys are looking for a Chinese food bag looking cup that's not the Stanley,
that's
but
a little
that's similar to a
little
Stanley,
dupe.
Go to Walmart,
Stanley
your local
dupe.
Walmart, for the price of $8.98.
$8.44.
Oh, $8.44?
$8.44.
You ain't gotta pay $40, and it does the same thing. Keeps your stuff cold, hot, whatever you want. You can go by that lake and do moose stuff. I don't know.
Moose stuff?
It's the show. Sorry, it's just something that Christian I say. But other than that, Walmart. So yeah,
That
hopefully by
being
next
said-
week yeah, hopefully by next week we'll have more stuff. And yeah, we hope you guys have a great rest of your week because by the time that this comes out, it'll be during the week. And
Hopefully your 2024 is going good.
yeah, wishing you guys nothing but the best for this year. So yeah, well,
And hopefully you don't have to fight some Sephora kids. But anyways.
if you do, throw a punch. I'm just playing. I'm playing.
With that
I'm gonna
being
handle
said.
my kid. I'll just say that. I'll handle mine soon to be 9-year-old. But as you other parents too out there, who
Handle
have
your kids.
handle your kids. If not, I'm gonna find them and I'm gonna handle them myself. And I'm just like,
I'm gonna make my daughter handle them.
I'm gonna jump on your kid like that the guy from the court. You're gonna see me.
Stop. Anyways, no more jumping into conclusions.
Okay, we need to cut it off before I go and get thrown my ass in jail. I'm playing. But yeah, with that being said, we'll see you guys or not see you, but you
Not
guys
see
will
you.
see us. You guys will see us next time. And we hope you guys enjoy this episode. And if you guys are not following us,
Follow us on Instagram and TikTok at home_by9.
And yeah, if you guys haven't subscribed, just subscribe. Push the button
Yeah,
down
okay,
below.
stop.
Down below.
That made me cringe.
And let us know, are you jealous or not?
And now tell us, are you a millennial or Gen Z?
All right, then bye, guys. We hope you guys have a good week.